Hi, my name is Trevi.
And I'm Kate.
And welcome back to our podcast called
6 Feet
Above. Back again.
I'll drink to that.
Hey, thanks Red Bull for sending us so much Red Bull.
Wait, this is really good.
Sugar-free watermelon.
It sounds like I'm like doing an ad right
no,
now.
it sounds
and I'm
like
pissed off.
No,
pay me.
How are you? It's been a moment.
It's been a moment, guys. It's good to be back with my goyles. You look incredible.
You look incredible.
Trying to guilt Trevy into coming with me to a comedy show tonight.
I said there's an
work.
80% chance.
I know,
That's
and we're gonna make that 90 by the end of this.
99. Shit.
Wait, literally.
Guys, if you are watching this on YouTube and you're driving or trying to fall asleep, we have an audio version. It is in the description. And once you're over there, if you could rate our podcast 5 stars on that platform, it would push our podcast out algorithmically. I don't know why people tell me to say it, so please just rate it. Okay, I love you.
I do have an update.
Okay.
On my yayaina, also known as the thing between my legs.
Miss Thing.
Miss Thing.
Yeah.
So last week I had a UTI, and I was like, that's kind of crazy because I haven't had one in like eons. And if you know my lore, you know I dated this dude that gave me 8 UTIs in 6 months. Hate him.
It was your body's like reaction of like, hey.
Talk about rejection.
None of that.
Yeah, none of that. And then I got another one from wearing a bathing suit. So I got that, and then she as in Meredith, aka my.
Oh, her name is Yayaina's name.
Yayaina's name is Meredith.
Okay.
She's been named that for a while now.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it's like something I wasn't ready to tell until now.
That's fine.
But she starts burning. And I said,
screaming.
Yeah, I go, that's kind of crazy because like I know if someone knows what a UTI feels like, it's me.
Right.
And so I was like, that doesn't feel right. So I go to the doctor.
You went back to the doctor again.
Again. Again. I want to stay away for life. I go to urgent care.
Right.
And so.
You go like Xer? We love her.
No, but I love Xer. It's so nice.
Brandon with
yeah,
Xer
no,
urgent
literally.
care.
Like when I had my rash gate, I was there every day. But anyways.
They're like Warner when I came into the studios. They're like, welcome back, Kate.
Hello, Kate. I'm like, anywhere else, I'd love to be known. But so it's burning, and the doctor's like, it's probably like chlamydia or herpes.
Oh.
So, which break the stigma, but I'll say like, if you know me, you know that I have intercourse rarely. And when I do, I'm in like a hazmat suit. Like I like
double condomed up.
Yeah, like I don't play with that. I'm so scared of that shit. And I do want to touch on something interesting. When he said herpes, I was like, it just like is impossible because like I'm all like, I'm safe.
Yeah.
And then I called my friend and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I don't get it. And she was just like, you know what? It was a whole soliloquy. She was like, this reaction shows that society has failed us. Because she was like, everyone in my lineage has herpes and it's fine. The only thing that's going to change in your life is a uncomfortable conversation down the line with a partner. And I was like, that's actually so true.
Right.
Like the world has made it seem like herpes is like a death sentence. And it's so like, it does not, I know like people that have it and it like did not change their lives. It's just like.
Same.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? So I came to terms with it. I was like, well, I guess I have it. Literally don't have sex ever, but I guess this is just my truth.
It's
like,
amazing. Okay.
Like Virgin Mary type of thing.
Right.
But then I get my test results back. We're negative on everything.
Okay.
And everything, which slay.
But then at least a big question mark.
Well,
yeah.
That's where I have to inform you all that it actually is just a yeast infection from the antibiotics.
Wait, so the antibiotics you were taking for the UTI gave you a yeast infection?
That's a thing. Like if you take UTI antibiotics, usually you get a yeast infection after.
So it's an imbalance of the pH, right?
Yeah, and I took back-to-back antibiotics because I took the wrong ones and then I took the right ones.
Oh, that's right.
And then they said, hello, let's give you a yeast infection now. So
right. Sniffing the loaf.
No, literally. So guys, everything's good. I'm never wearing a bathing suit again. And yeah, so what's wrong with old yeast? I got rid of it. It's like kind of still there. It's on its way out.
Base notes of yeast.
Base notes of yeast.
Base notes of yeast and sniffing the loaf.
Yeah.
Honey, it's a bakery and it's going to be fixed.
Yeah.
How do you, because obviously, forgive me, I don't know much about this, but how do you get rid of that?
Thank you for asking. You could do boric acid, but also I'm a big fan of monostat. So it's just like a 7-day cream that you shove up there every night.
Forever, actually.
No, I'm
until the end of time.
She's so sensitive. Like I can't.
Meredith
Is like
she's crying.
No, literally, like she can't handle any type of anything. That's another reason I can't be having intercourse like that. Like
Right.
I just can't let things in there.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's tea.
how are you?
I am good. I had a really interesting week. I feel like it was one of those weeks where I think last week there was a lot of like events and activities that were very like I feel like I was out of my house every single day and I love weeks like that and I feel super productive and I feel super good.
I feel like you're always doing that.
Well, thank you. But I'm also inside my house a lot working just inside my house. But it feels like this week was a very like getting a lot of things done, like very productive stuff, but a lot of like from the inside of my home. And it's just like, and I know we've touched on this before, but like considering I don't drive, like if I'm getting anxious, like I can't just go for a drive. And I also just like, where am I going to go in an Uber? Just like do like laps around Sunset Boulevard. So it's kind of hard because like, yes, I can leave and go get food and go on a date by myself, but it's like, it's this whole thing where I gotta call an Uber there,
pay the money,
and it's just like it's so much. And so then I just like torture myself and stay in my house, and I'm just really trying to break myself from like not doing that anymore, like because I get anxious. Like there was I think I was inside of my house for like 36 hours straight, like a day and a half. Like I didn't leave my house, and I like to me that gives me. It's normal, but I think at the same time, like it's just. When you're constantly like staring at a screen and like working, like my space where I live also becomes like this place of work. You know how they always say like don't work in bed, like if you work from home.
I can't, I'll fall asleep.
Well, yes, but they also say that like then your bed or your room will like it'll like subconsciously remind you of like stress or work and it won't be a place of relaxation. You need to like separate into a different area of your house or like set up an office so you know like that's the space for work. And I make that mistake because I edit the pod in bed. I do emails. I just did a legal meeting this morning in bed and it was just like I need to like maybe listen to that and get out of the house when I don't have a lot of like things to go to physically, but
it's so hard to leave your house living in LA, period. So especially if you don't have a car.
It's like...
Because the reason I have a car is I love to sit in it. I will drive somewhere, I'll eat in it, and I'll sit in it. Like, I can't do that in an Uber.
It's like a mini moving house.
Exactly.
And it's like, why...
I always forget you don't drive.
What? Why... We should unpack, though. Like, why do I... not want to take that step? I think the older you get though, and they say this like once your frontal lobe develop, it's harder for you to like learn new things. That's why they say that like the elasticity of the brain when you're a kid is so much more like elastic. But like that's why like they like teach kids like multiple languages. Like parents that are like
they did that for me.
No, same. And I'm like I'm just monolingual as hell.
No, literally mono.
And like, you know, when I was put into piano lessons as a kid, I like wish I stayed consistent with it because it is like when you're older, like your brain kind of concretes everything you know. And it's possible, right?
Would you say you have pride? Like, because like a lot of people get their license when they're 17. Are you like, I don't want to do that shit? But since you're...
Wait, say that again?
Like you have pride because like a lot of people get their license and shit when they're younger. Are you like... prideful about it?
Am I prideful that I don't drive?
Or you just have too much pride to put yourself through the process?
No, I have too much anxiety. But I think that it's... Because the root of it all happened, like... Okay, so I moved to LA at 16. Right? I was already starting like at 15, like doing test drives in parking lots with my brother and my mom.
So you've been behind the wheel.
I've been behind the wheel, right? And it's like... I... was getting at a point, and it was on O2L too. There was like a driving week or something, or like a learning week, and I like did a driving video, and I was like 15, and I was kind of learning the ropes. And then as soon as I moved to LA, I look at the streets and I go, "Hey, that's fucking crazy."
I mean, LA is crazy. Every street should be a one-way. Like I don't know why they're having a two-way street when I can't even get through it.
Yeah.
it's difficult to drive.
Well, there
here.
just needs to be like, I wish there was a subway, or like, where nobody has to like be responsible for it. But look, it's just, I moved here when I was 16, and then I saw the streets, and then I started getting really bad panic attacks where I had like blackout. So it's like, obviously I was advised to not be behind the wheel.
Right.
And then I literally actually started purposefully blacking out for like God knows how many years. Wasn't going to drive. I was an active alcoholic for like 5 years.
Yeah, that's
So-
not ideal.
So now I really don't like have like a major excuse. I think like all I need to do is try.
Yeah, one foot in front of the other. And I'll teach you. I'll take you to an abandoned parking lot.
I love that. But you know what?
No, but I will.
What really scares me ultimately, like, and I know everyone has a responsibility on the road to be like to look out for everyone, to look out for pedestrians, and to look out for their own vehicle and other people's vehicles. And like, that alone gives me so much anxiety. Like the fact that like my life is in my hands and everyone else's life, like every decision that I make, every turn has to be so articulate. Like it just gives me.
It is. I mean, I think about that all the time.
Yeah,
you
like
just kind of learn to live with
one wrong thing and I could ruin someone's life or my own.
Yeah.
And that is a responsibility. Hello, remix. That's a responsibility like I don't want to have.
Yeah, but it's also like I feel like it could dramatically change your life in a great way. Yeah. But the whole process of getting a license was so bad when you're 16 because you have to go through all those classes, and but
there's a dog barking next door.
Yeah, there's a dog barking. But you know how you have to do like those, I feel like you don't have to do it because
what, the one with the person?
Yeah, how you have to drive with that instructor.
I would want to.
I mean, it was like nice, but the guy, my driving instructor, like made me go to Starbucks and get him a frappuccino. Like he was like, pull over right there, and I was like, okay. And then I get back in the car, I give him the frap, and he's like, I should have offered you to get something too. And I was like, well, you did it. You did it.
Screaming.
Anyways, I don't know. His life seemed kind of bleak, so I let it slide.
Right.
But yeah, it's going to be great.
Well, I haven't made my decision. Right. So I'm like, I actually don't know if I actually mean any of this.
Right.
I'm just kind of sharing my concerns with y'all. Guys, I hate to interrupt you in the middle of this episode, but if you can like this video, comment, subscribe, and ring the little notification bell. I know it sounds like a lot, but it takes 2 seconds. It helps YouTube push our channel out to more like-minded people like you. Remix. Okay, back to the episode. And that's tea. But speaking of tea, okay, so I wasn't going to talk about this on the main channel. I've spoken about the tea app before briefly on the
You were ahead of the curve.
Well,
It's blowing up now.
well, I don't think you know what happened. And I can't wait to explain to
definitely
you.
don't.
Yeah, I can't wait to explain to you what happened. Okay, so I wasn't going to talk about this cuz this was like a very like not low key app. Like I think it was pretty popular within like women, but I just see a lot of people like with it when anyone talks about it online. People are like, "No, like this is our secret." But now it's like I went on today and it's like on NBC, it's on CNN. Like so
every man is freaking out.
So yeah.
On
So
my
basically, if
timeline.
you guys don't know what the Tea app is, it is basically think like if it was a Reddit, but like only for women, and it's all for the same thing. So it's one subreddit, all for women in one app, and each post that each user makes is a man. So a picture of a man and his name. And the whole point of the app is to see, it's kind of like one of those Facebook groups that's like,
what I was gonna
are
say.
we
There's-
dating the same guy?
There's already a Facebook group about this, so why is everyone freaking out? It's already been happening.
I think just maybe just it's more intense because it's an actual iOS app. Like it's an actual app on your phone rather than like a Facebook group. It's legitimized to a sense.
Be better.
Right. But here's what happened, right? Like,
Oh my god. Scared.
so basically, okay, well, just you post men, and then a bunch of other women will comment and be like, "Yeah, like he dogged me, like don't talk to him," or they'll like, you know,
It's
a lot.
just me in the comments.
No, right. But then it's also really helpful because when someone posts someone and they don't really know someone, and someone's been like it has a
Right.
DV situation
Right.
or an SA situation, like they bring it to light. Because it's like kind of it shows a lot of women, like you avoid a lot of things.
Hello.
The shit I have seen on there. I'm like, holy fuck. And I got it a while back. I had at one point the app on my phone.
You told me about it a while back.
It's insane.
I tried to sign up, but you had to like take a video of yourself or something.
Okay, so this is what happens.
I refuse.
Happened. So, and you're so smart for doing that.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm too lazy for this.
So basically, you sign up, and then you like submit a picture, not of your ID. I don't think. Yeah. So you submit a selfie to show that you're a woman. I'm like so shocked that they approve me. No, I'm kidding.
Bye.
Anyway, so then everyone has to send in a selfie because if it's like a man taking the selfie, then it's like you don't want the man to be in the app like seeing it.
Absolutely not.
I don't know. So basically what happened today is all the men got mad, or not all the men, but a group of men got mad that like all of these women were like essentially like doxing them, but not like they're not posting their addresses or anything, but like they were doxing like the real them, right? So all these men were like mad that we have this platform.
You can't even beat women up anymore.
So
God damn it.
no. I know. So check out what they did. Check this one out. Huge data breach. Today, every single name and selfie of every woman on the app got leaked, and I'm probably included somewhere.
Wait, where can we acquire this information?
So it was leaked this morning on 4chan, which I think is like I don't really know what 4chan is. I know it's like incel Reddit basically, but I don't know if the pictures are on the dark web. I'm gonna come out and say it. If y'all clock me and see a selfie of me, it's from the T app.
There's too much of us on the internet.
Too much.
We're already in too deep.
But we're good because we have so much of us.
It's
so it won't be like the only thing that pops up of me.
Yeah.
But this is just like such a niche. This is giving like the Ashley Madison. Remember that scandal?
No.
Do you know what Ashley Madison is?
No.
So it was a website for having an affair.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wait, I kind of remember this.
And there was a huge data breach of these hackers, and they went in and they leaked the name of every single man and woman who were having an affair. So if people could look up if their husband was on Ashley Madison, they'd just type in their names. And so many marriages fell apart because of that data breach. But it's at the same time, it's like kind of the same concept of this. But at the same time, I also feel like the T thing is more so men just getting mad, like you said, like, oh, we can't even hit women.
No, literally, like God.
The Ashley Madison thing
Let men be men.
Right. The Ashley Madison thing seemed very, like, fair. I think if you're cheating, you should be like exposed for that.
Do you agree with like the men crying that they're like, you could just say anything about men on there? Because I saw this guy's video and he was just like, this needs to be banned because you could just like post a random guy's picture and just say anything about him, and then all the
But that's also the internet,
right? And all the comments, the women were like, well, why are you so scared? And he was like, shut up, it's like
right.
Yeah, I guess that is also the internet. I guess also, yeah, I don't know. It's a risk putting yourself out there regardless.
Yeah, I know. It's just, I don't know if it's like RIP to the T app. I don't know if it's going to continue on. I know that it's like a huge national thing now, so I feel more comfortable talking about it without people getting mad at me because it's like it's fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just scary shit. Like I never found it I found it more for entertainment purposes and just like being like, oh, that's good to know.
Right.
I never like posted or participated in it, but it did feel like, I do feel like in a sense it probably saved a lot of women from wasting time.
Yeah.
And it's just quite unfortunate.
I wish I'm working on an invention and nobody steal this from me. But you know, Shazam for music, but like Shazam for people's like personalities and records. So like if you're on a date with a guy, you can like Shazam him under the table and get like his whole tea. I'm working out the kinks.
Wait.
So you save yourself.
Okay, so we're gonna be using AI to basically translate this like
their whole life story. Yeah.
So are you saying like the like INFP, ENTJ, like to like get
No, just like if you're safe or not. It's like Shazam for safety. So like you get all his past, if he's done anything, if he has a checkered past, if you will.
I mean, I feel like if you just
Google.
Ask ChatGPT.
No, but I like this better.
No.
Yeah.
The invention. I think you should test it out with ChatGPT, though. You should
Yeah.
voice memo the next date you go on and upload the voice memo file to ChatGPT.
Oh my God. A fear of mine.
What? Someone voice memoing you on a date?
So the other day, I was like talking to my friend about this guy she's dating in like another country or some shit. And she voice memoed the whole thing to him.
That's a
And
choice.
I was like, you gotta end it. Anyways, now
That
I
is
have
a
another
choice.
enemy. So
I guess we can't have nice things.
Shazam for people's personalities. Look out for it. It's coming. T-app, I guess it's gone. So
Right.
I'm ready for my moment. Exactly.
You're coming to shine.
Right.
You're coming to shine.
So you know what? The T-app, it's canceled. And for the foreseeable future.
Right.
And that also happens to be the name of a podcast in which you participated in.
Yeah.
And I saw it immediately. I saw it before you saw it. I sent you a picture. I said, you look incredible. You said, damn, I didn't even know it was out. I said, I feel creepy. Watched the whole thing. Obsessed. Loved it. How did you feel?
And I spoke to them after we filmed it. I was in a terrible mood that day. And
You seemed chill.
I was very chill. Like I was just like mute chill. And
Me.
I think it was like, because this was a long time. This is before I even went to Costa Rica. So this is, I think, before I was injecting
Okay.
my estrogen. So I was in like a weird limbo state of not being on hormones. And then like, I think I was just like taking my antidepressants again. It's a whole thing. But I was really affected by something. And it's not that I want to work on compartmentalizing, because I think it's always good to be honest about how I'm feeling, but like it was someone else's podcast, and I really wish that I wish I took that opportunity more, and a chance of not letting what was currently affecting me, and to just like be Gaggy. And that is a thing that I can do. Like you and I have had days, like especially when we're both filming, where we're like, we have to turn Gaggy on.
Yeah.
Like it's a switch.
The clown is within.
But like the clown is within.
Right.
But I like was unable to turn her on.
Sometimes that happens.
Like the fuse was blown. Like this light switch was just like.
And you still showed up and you did it. And also like it killed me when you were so hard on yourself. You're like, I feel like I'm not being funny. And I was like, first of all, you literally were. Second of all, yeah, you're so hard on yourself. Like I see it on this podcast. You'll be like, I feel like I'm bombing today, and it's like hilarious.
Well, I mean, that's literally last episode. I was like, I don't like this episode. And then
Yeah.
everyone's like, this is the best episode. And I
Right.
was like,
And then we're editing it and we're like, wait,
this is kind of a
we
gag.
might have something here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I personally, like, damn, if I was on the cancel podcast waiting, I would literally be mute. I wouldn't talk the whole I'd be so scared, but I guess it's different because you're friends with them. And like I'm friends with Tana, but not like that. Like
No,
it's just like such an intimidating, like in the back of your head, are you like, damn, this podcast is huge. A lot of eyes are about to be on me.
I knew that coming in, but I don't think, like I saw a couple comments that were like, oh, Trevy seems nervous. Like I wish that was the case. I
Yeah,
was
you didn't seem
genuinely
nervous.
just like I was just pissed about something, and
Yeah.
I let it affect me, and you know, I still showed up and I still did it, and most of the comments were like great.
Literally.
90% of them
You
were
see
great.
that one, you're like,
But 10% that were like, this is so different than like the Trevy who we see
Yeah.
on 6 Feet Above. And it was like, you compare them and that's like a completely different person. But also at the same time, like I was chill and I was serious in a lot of parts. And I kind of like flipped the narrative inside of my head today, like trying to flip how I feel about this. And I think it's good to get people used to seeing me in a serious manner. Like, I think it's important for everyone who is a personality or trying to do anything, like, to be able to be taken seriously
Yeah.
and still listened to, and not have to like gag it out all the time just to keep
Yeah.
people entertained.
you don't always have to be Goofy McGee. And it's like,
So-
I feel like that's a big part of me getting sober too, is I was like, I always want to be the party girl. I always want to
Right.
be the most like fun bitch in the room. And it's like, You actually like don't need that, and nobody's asking for that from you. Like, you're a human. You're not like dance monkey. You know, it's like
exactly.
You're a person. You were having a human experience that day,
Yeah.
and you showed up and you did your best, and
Exactly.
you slowed.
Thank you. So, I guess all in all, things could have been done differently. I think it ended up being exactly how it was supposed to be because you can't change anything about it.
You did great.
But at least we gag over here every fucking time.
And I just feel so comfortable doing so.
I feel so comfortable like on our set, like
Yeah.
in our space, just you and Bree and the cameras and just like it's our space. Also, mind you, like every time I've done canceled before, it's been at her house where I'm like extremely comfortable.
Right.
It was a brand new studio that I've never been into. Mind you, it's haunted.
Okay, yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, it's just it had weird energy.
Like actually haunted?
Yeah. They call it the haunted studio. So it had really weird energy. But like, God bless.
No, that's scary because of
But
her experience with ghosts that I shared with her.
Picking up. I was picking up. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. You know what?
I rebuke. That's not happening here in this studio.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That honestly, I'm glad we caught up on that.
I'm glad we caught up on that.
We didn't get
too.
to talk about it.
Yeah, don't be mad at me for not gagging.
You were great.
Gaggy the clown was taking a summer vacation.
Right. And stop like thinking you're always gonna get a clown out of her because we're done with that.
Right.
Right. LOL, real quick. We made a note, like we always make a note, with like talking points, and I opened the note accidentally to inspirational quotes that I would read in the beginning of my sobriety, and I'm gonna read one right now. Begging people to stay with you. Damn, I was going through it. Begging people to stay with you in any capacity who have just rejected you to your face is a form of self-betrayal.
It is.
That's a bar.
That is a bar.
Not me saying bought me a drink, so I owed him everything. What was I going through? What does that mean?
No, I know what that means.
No, literally, but like, why is that in the inspirational quote note?
You were going through it.
If you're worth more, act like it. Write that down.
So, what isn't canceled? What isn't canceled is how we constantly awaken to new things. But I will never forget the first time I was awakened sexually.
Oh my God.
Let's talk about some sexual awakenings that we experienced as kids, and it could be from a person to a show to a movie to a magazine.
Yeah.
And I want you to start off.
God, I have a few, and I hope this resonates with some, or else I'll feel like a pervert. First of all, have you seen?
Yes.
I have like top 4. Have you seen the movie Fired Up, that cheerleading movie?
No, I have not.
It's so horny. Like, I saw it when I was young, and it was these 2 dudes that are like football players, and they go to cheerleading camp because they're like trying to hook up with girls, and it's just them like hooking up with girls the whole time.
Right.
And
It's giving T-app leak.
no, literally, and I was like, which one am I more into? But the
girls.
Yeah, right. But the brunette guy, I was like so obsessed with him, like to a point where it like was weirdly parasocial. And I remember I was going to like an 18 and up party like that weekend after like binging Fired Up with my friends. And they were like, oh my God, like maybe we'll like grind on some men tonight. I don't know. I think I was like 16.
He bought me a drink, so I owed him everything.
Crying in my notes out. It was like an 18 and up party. I think I was 16 anyways. And I was like, I don't want to hook up with anyone. I just want that guy. And I was like sad about him. It was like weird.
Oh, wow.
But I was like into him.
You know, like when you're like when we
I
were,
regret saying any
no,
of that.
it's fine. It's fine. Do you remember like when we were like in New York, for example, and it was like a really rainy day, and you'd be like walking, and like raindrops would get on your phone, and it would like start like typing random shit. Or like when you're in the shower and you grab your phone and it starts
yeah, and you end up.
That's
in a
like you
hub.
with the tears. That's how that note ended up there.
So true, so true. Like a
tear-
hamster ran across my phone. Yeah,
The
like,
tears.
the tear.
The tears typed. He bought me a drink, so
So
I
I
owed him
everything.
a fucking bar.
Like no, Kate.
No,
But
it's real. I understand that though.
But he wasn't at the 18 and up party, and I was mad. I was like looking for him, but it would be weird because he was like,
What was his name?
His name was Sean in the show, in the movie.
Do you know the
Fired
actor's
Up.
name? Is he single? I feel like you could bag.
No, I literally looked him up recently, and like he has a wife, and also like I'm past that time of my
Right.
life. Like I'm not into him anymore.
Okay.
So
you're only
we
into,
ended.
you're only
things.
into young 18-year-olds.
Oh, I was 16 at the 18 and up party. Can we make that clear?
All right. Well, that means that you broke the rules.
Allegedly. But no, he wasn't even there, so I was upset. I didn't get to slow dance with anyone.
I think my first real sexual awakening to men was Channing Tatum.
Okay, he follows parallel play.
Does he? I'm not into him anymore. I'm not into that type.
I feel like we all had that phase.
I think it was just like the first time in that like era. What was it, like 2006 when he was becoming popular, or 2008?
Oh my god, he was heartthrob.
Like he was heartthrob.
Yeah.
And like I liked Zac Efron too. I think I loved more of just like I loved High School Musical.
Mm-hmm.
I would love walking past like the underwear aisle in a store. Like you know, like
Expand on that.
like male underwear models.
Oh, okay.
This is just like
you like.
This is very young, like coming of age, like when I was like
Last year.
realizing, of course, this was like when I was realizing that I was like, oh shit, like I'm, like I am,
Yeah.
and like I'm like, hey, check this one out. You're about to get tits too.
Hey, remix.
No, but she knew that. I literally would like daydream in class. Like, and I think this was like when I started really becoming obsessed with pop music. I think it's so weird. I feel like when I fell in love with pop music is when I really started to understand my identity, like as a trans woman back then when I was 9, 10, 11 years old, because I connected with it so deeply, because not only did I want to look like them, I wanted to do what they did as well. And it really helped me find who I was. And that was an awakening for that.
That's like a double sexual awakening.
Yeah, because I have two different awakenings. I have one of when I realized I liked men, and then there was a whole other one where I was like, I think it's so much deeper than that. I'm like
so much, because it was already so much getting like horny over fired up. So that extra layer is like bananas.
The extra layer is bananas, and getting caught in a sushi restaurant, Googling it on
Right.
iPod Touch.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Why was I connected to the sushi restaurant Wi-Fi on an iPod Touch? How did that happen?
I'm still confused about the iPod Touch.
And because it was the only gadget I had. I didn't have I think I had like a flip phone or like a Migo.
A Crazer.
One of the ones that only can call like 4 people.
Right.
And it's like, why were my parents trying to Google something on my iPod Touch?
Right. It was the teardrop.
It was like 3 Google searches, by the way. It was like, why do I feel like a woman? And then it was transsexual male to female.
Good.
And then it was trans MTF or something like that. Like I was just so, because I found out that other people like really like they did it.
Yeah.
I was like, because when I first was having that awakening, I was like, oh, that'll just be como se dice impossible.
Right.
Like that just isn't like,
You're
that's
like,
not how
guess
the
this is
world.
my life.
Yeah, like that's just not how the world works. Turns out you can be your own narrator of your own story.
Write that down in your notes app.
Because you bought me a drink and I told him I was a tranny. So remix.
Have you seen Wedding Crashers?
A long time ago. Is that Owen Wilson?
Yeah, and then Vince
Wow.
Vaughn, and that was another one for me. You know that scene?
Probably not.
There's a scene where they're just like hooking up with a bunch of women. Bree, do you know this? No. Okay, there's a scene where they're just like hooking up with a bunch of women, and it's like to the set up.
Right. I want to compilate. Can someone make a compilation of?
It's to the sound of "You Make Me Want to Shout," and they're just hooking up with women, and the women's like tits are out, and I would replay that every day, every day. And then the Jennifer's body scene when Megan and what's her name, the unintelligent one from Mean Girls,
Amanda Seyfried?
yes, when they smooched.
I don't think I ever saw Jennifer's
on
body.
replay. Really?
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw it.
Oh my god, it's cinema, to say the least.
Okay.
A lot of edits, like my TikTok is like a lot of edits of Jennifer's body.
Guys, I'm sorry to interrupt you in the middle of this episode again, but we have our 27th 6FA exclusive Patreon episode out now. We gag to all hell. T is in this episode. There is no restraints. I'm going all in. I'm feeling like being a little bit drama today and a little bit just, it's all coming out. So we'd love to see you over there. It keeps the lights on for this podcast. Your support means the absolute world. So we hope to see you over there. Patreon.com/6feetabove. Did you ever Google like on the family computer?
Oh, you mean boobs.com? I sound so gay.
No,
this
no.
whole thing. Like, oh God.
I know, mind you, I'm going to pen15.com.
Oh my God, that was a thing, right?
I think so. Pen15 penis. I don't know.
And what was on there?
Can you take a fucking guess? Can you take a
Because I didn't even know what the hub was back in that day.
I don't know if the hub was around. I think there was like, I don't want to say the names of them because I don't want YouTube to get mad, but like, bleep it. But like, I think there was like, and then there was like, maybe was around, but it was boobies.com and there was one like really insane one, like I forget the name of it, but like do you ever watch Two Girls One Cup?
Oh my God, I never saw that. Thank the Lord.
Talk about a sexual awakening.
Oh my God, like everyone has seen that. Everyone has seen that.
It's so disturbing.
You saw it?
Babe, I've seen it at least 10 times in my life. I used to have so many sleepovers when I was a kid, and then it was like, God, you ever watch the video One Guy, One Jar?
No. What is that?
Shoves a mason jar up there and then it breaks inside of him. He like has to go to the urgent care. It's like, well, the ER obviously, but it's like a mason. Sorry guys, trigger warning, but like it's like a mason jar.
You
like,
saw that?
Oh, like 12 years old sleepover vibe. It was like, because we would like, that was such a thing back then.
I know,
like,
but I always refuse. I was like a prude.
Also, keep in mind, I wasn't having sleepovers with girls. I wasn't allowed to do that. So I have these like, friends growing up because my mom and my dad and they like didn't understand. They're like, we want you to be friends with more boys.
You're like, no.
I was like, mind you, I cannot relate with any of these idiots.
Like, I don't know.
My parents would be so like confused why I was such good friends with women. And it doesn't confuse me at all. But like, I was really pushed to make more like male friends. And then it was like every time I was invited to a sleepover or something, like the one thing like that we would do was like watch shock videos. And
that's bonding.
And it was for them. I just visually like was there and I saw it. Like I wasn't like, oh yeah. Like I was just like, really soaking in the moment and
the best you could.
The best I could, and I was just like, yeah. And then that's like they like put on lesbian porn, and I'm just like,
you were like,
want to go home.
That's so crazy because like
I'm like, yeah, she is hot. I want to be her.
Right. You're like, it's my twin. No, like my friend was closeted for like a really long time, and he told me that like, and I'm not saying all straight men. But he said that like when he hung out with straight men, he was like, it was so boring. He was like, I could not do it. Yeah. All they did was talk about like girls and sports, but like in such a surface level way. And he was like, it was such a bleak life for me. But not saying all straight men are boring. But he was like, and then I started like hanging out with girls and like he loves wigs. And like it just changed his life. So
hell yeah.
Okay. Honestly, enough about the BOOB of it all.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, the only boobs we need to get into is our chest. And something that really matters is that a lot of things have happened this week and we've just been like yearning to get it off our chest. So that leads us into our next segment called Off Our Chest, where we get something off our chest, whether it be negative, whether it be positive, something that we're itching, foaming at the mouth. And I really want Trevy to kick us off.
Okay, so I have an interesting off my chest because it's not something that happened to me this week.
Oh, my bad.
It's something that just like happened in pop culture. Within my realm, of course.
Yeah.
So have you seen what happened with Laverne Cox?
It's all over my TikTok.
Yeah.
That and Jennifer's body.
It's all over my TikTok. So I don't know the full scope of things, but she openly in an interview said that she was in like a 4 or 3 year relationship with a like far right MAGA Republican New York police officer.
Who was 26.
He was 26?
Yeah, and she's like 40 something.
I think
she was 40 at the time, and he was 26. And people were like, skirt.
Whoa, I didn't know that. Interesting.
Even though like men do that all the time and no one bats an eye, but still it's like,
yeah. Well, I think there's just so many layers to it. I don't know. It is such, well, first of all, I think that like in a really, really intense time like this politically, like the
Right.
execution of the way that it could have been presented to the public was like, this was something that I was a part of. I have learned from my mistakes. I don't, and I'm going to get into why this is kind of like a pendulum in a second. There's a two-side moment here, but I think that she just made it seem like it was a really happy, amazing thing that she doesn't regret. And that's fine. Like, I'm not asking her to regret that.
Right.
I just think that in this time, like, specifically now, like, I would look after seeking someone maybe who doesn't vote against everything of my
Right.
existence. And I really just know that it's such a prominent Black trans woman figure, like one of the main like trailblazers
Yeah.
for actresses in this generation. Like, it was upsetting to a lot of people, and
Yeah.
of course, like, it was upsetting to me as like someone who I look up to her, and obviously I am not on that side of politics, so it is strange. And I am trying not to come across from a place of like giving her grace for leaning into this person and allowing that type of energy into her life, because quite frankly, she could do whatever the fuck she wants.
Right.
But when something is shed in a more positive light, such as that, in a time like this, it will stir the fucking pot.
Right.
What I will say is the dating pool is literally like, think of like an entire pizza, right? And then like you have like short blondes get half the pizza, and then you get like,
Three-quarters.
and then you get like another type of woman
Yeah.
gets a slice, and then another woman gets a slice, and then another woman gets a slice, and then you're left with these like these seasoning particles, right? And you're left with like these crumbs and like drops of sauce. Like, you don't
Drops.
get a slice.
But like half the drops because they're like trying to keep it a secret,
Well, so that's the thing that I was going to get
which
into.
is crazy.
And I'm not complaining. I mean, I am complaining fully, but I think that the pickings are fucking slim. And when someone like us feels loved and someone is unafraid to be seen with someone like us, it is
Yeah.
obviously to a cis woman beyond the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Beyond the bare minimum. But like, those two things are like weirdly massive
Yeah.
for us. And it's like, I hate it. I know this pickings are slim, and I know that it's rare and it's hard, and I've done trial and error, and I don't lose hope. And I obviously, like, my goal is to find someone who's politically and spiritually and intellectually aligned with who I am and what I stand for. That is the goal.
Right.
But when you are in a situation where you find someone attractive and physically attractive, and you're getting those things that like you're not normally receiving from other men, like, you kind of get blind to a lot of other aspects. Even now, like, people who try to slide into my DMs, or like when I was using the apps, or people that came up to me like when I'm in San Diego, like when I'm out, like, for some fucking reason, like 80% of the ones that are like obsessed are mega conservative men.
Literally always. That's like all I like. Any trans woman I talk to, it's like that is their experience to a T. They're like
Yeah.
obsessed.
But I don't want to be like, I get it, where she's coming
you're
from.
not saying, yeah.
But I will say it's not shocking.
Yeah.
Everyone just yearns to be loved. And the things that we do, even when a man cheats or even when a man does something awful, it's like we are so blind to all these fucked up things that they do or that they believe in or that they stand for because we just want to be loved. And
Yeah, it's hard out here.
I hope I said that like
You did. You
in a pretty good way, but that is my insight. That's my off my chest.
Gorgeous. You know what? I was going to save this for the Patreon, but I'm feeling messy. And am I going to regret this? Probably. You know what I'm about to talk about. My friend is here. So, first and foremost, I say it every week. Come to my monthly show.
And
my weekly show. My weekly show is every Thursday at 9:30 p.m. It's called The Download. It's a blast. And we had a download last night. And I kind of want to get into what happened because it's so, like, I've been writing thesis statements to my friends being like, I'm not crazy. This was fucked, right? And they were like, yeah.
Okay.
And people at the show were like, that was kind of crazy. And like, you know what? Okay, whatever. I'll just get into it. So me and my friend OJ, we were like at the front. We were like, checking people in, doing our hot girl shit. Right. And we booked this. This girl reached out who's a comic, and she was like, "I'd love to be on the show." And the thing about me and OJ is like, if you're a woman, we're like, yeah, you're booked. Like, we don't even need a tape. Like every time. Because women get no stage time. And so we were like, absolutely. So, she shows up and we hug her. We're like, oh my God, thank you so much for coming. And she was like, yeah, hell yeah. And then she was gassing us up, which it's Leo season, right?
Oh yeah.
It's Leo season right now. She's gassing us up. I said,
when's your birthday again?
August 18th.
Okay, yeah.
The big 3-0. That's my weight. But anyways, what was I saying? Okay, so she's gassing us up. It's Leo season. We're loving it. And then she was like, I'm going to show pictures of you guys to my surgeon. And we were like, oh, okay. Like, okay. Right. And then she points at OJ and she goes, I'm going to tell him I want your body. And then points at me and goes, and I want your face.
Oh,
that's crazy, right? And me and OJ were like, oh, wait. And then she like walks away and we were just like, we didn't have time to like congeal and like figure out what just happened. We were just like, wait, did she just call me a fucking heinous bitch? Talking. OJ was like, am I busted? What's going on?
You guys both feel busted in different ways now?
Like attacked our literal insecurities.
You're like looking at your body.
No, I was like, wait, yeah, no, we're like picking us apart in the mirror. And I'm like, wait. And I was like, wait, you're perfect. She's like, no, you're perfect. We're having like a full whoa. I love talking. Mental breakdown.
Menti B.
And so anyways, we didn't get to congeal. Mm-hmm. And then the show starts. And like me and OJ always start by
it gets worse?
Oh, you bet your bottom dollar. We always start the intro by just like doing some crowd work. And I will say low-key the intro does bomb every time and we're working on it. Because I told you like OJ used to take out a taser and be like, don't fuck with us. And then like no one would laugh. And I was like,
they jump.
No, they're like scared. I'm like, wait, why are we doing this? So we're trying some crowd work. We're working on our skills. No, literally. She'd be like, and don't fuck with us because we have a taser. And then start like going off with the taser.
Does it actually like get done?
Yeah. And like it would just be silent. We were like, well, who's ready for a great show? It's just like it's called prop comedy and it doesn't work. Anyways. So we like OJ introduces her because she's about to get on stage and OJ's like, and this next comic, she's like gassing her up. She's like, she's perfect. She's beautiful. You know how we do. And the girl gets on stage. And I love a confident queen. I'm not knocking that down, Right. You're a bad bitch. And she is. And I hope to God you're not listening to this because that'll be awkward. And I like her. She says the same thing on stage. She was like, and you know what? I'm going to tell my surgeon. And when she said that, I was like, don't say it. Don't say it. And she's like, I want one of your bodies and one of your faces. And everyone was like, Like, yeah, everyone was like, wait, what? And like people were looking at me like, huh? And then OJ was like, do you think they know which one is which? Like who we're talking about? And we were just like both kind of freaking out. And cause like I've talked about before how like a lot of dudes like body shame me on stage. Like this guy said I had a flat ass, which that insane.
Was crazy.
And like I've had my struggles with my body. So I was like, wait, why don't you want my body? Leo season, don't forget that. Yeah. But then OJ goes up after her and was like, love a backhanded compliment from a woman. And then I get on stage and I was like, which one was it? Do you want my body or do you want my face?
Oh, you guys just fed into it? Oh, were people laughing? Obviously.
Yeah. And I was like, you can't be doing that shit. No, like, girl, what even? Wow. But it was like funnier. I was less threatening. And after it, I just like, cause I'm not crazy. That's insane to say.
No, that's kind of nuts. If someone was, I mean, like, look, if it was me and you walking into somewhere and they said that same thing, vice versa.
I want your body and your face.
I would be like, okay, so my face is chopped. Or I'd be like, oh, so I have the body of a man.
Right.
Like I would literally be, I would find, there's no right way to say that.
And it's like, I want to give her the benefit of the doubt because I'm like, maybe she, like, I know she was trying to be nice, but like to say that twice, because the first time we were like, oh, like right. But I also like can't imagine ever saying that out loud about like two women that booked you. Like that's crazy. Can anyone back me up?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No,
like
that's nuts.
I was like, am I insane here? Am I being too sensitive? And she was like, are we being too sensitive? And I was like, I don't think so. And then like people after the show were like, oh, that was kind of bananas.
Screaming.
But then she left early and like didn't say bye to me. And
she
then
probably felt ashamed. And
then to OJ, she was like, I'm going to leave. And then she was like, okay, bye. But then I don't know. I can't tell if she like notices or not that it was weird. But
some
like
people just have like off social cues.
That's the thing. And it's like, I don't know her. So I don't want to be like going so hard on her. I just did. But like, part of me is like, I feel like she definitely didn't mean it to be mean. I feel like she was really trying to be nice, but also I don't know her.
Yeah, but I think when things like this happen and people are called out for it, it's just a learning experience.
That's the thing. Like I f***ed up on stage and I had to like awkwardly apologize after.
Yeah. And then you learn from that.
But she didn't. But honestly, maybe she just felt too awkward, which like I get to. Like me and OJ are a strong presence.
Extremely.
And she has the taser in one hand and it's like, I was like, tell me you like my body. But no, yeah, it's all a learning experience. I don't hate her at all. I think she's great. She's a great comic.
And now she knows.
Yeah, now she knows. And but like, this is not the first time at our show, like, because usually it's men that like say some shit on stage. And we're like, why do people with us like this when we book you on a show? Like I don't get it. Why do you act like that?
Yeah.
And it's usually like dudes, so it just like hurt extra. But I also like don't even think she was trying to be mean. I'm probably overthinking it. I think I was just like so stunned. I was like, whoa, that was a choice.
Am I able to talk about what that guy said on stage at the show that I went to?
Which one?
I don't remember exactly what he said at all. I mean, yeah, I've experienced it firsthand. I don't know. I don't think Kate's ever let me say this on the podcast, but one time I was at one of her shows and there was this male on stage and it was just like immediately, it's just like, pussy.
Right.
Pussy. And then like got to a point where like he was talking so much about pussy, but then he was like, I love eating pussy. I'm like, this is
wait, what?
This is not,
I don't remember this.
Baby, me and OJ were looking at each other like, is he in psychosis?
I just like these men talk about pussy on stage. It's so evident you hate it. They're like talking about how they want to fuck women, but then they start talking about pussy. They're like, God, that fucking beat thing. I don't even know what to do with it. And I'm like, what is that?
Anyway, it's up to Kate if that's staying in.
Any whore. You know what? Yeah, comedy's pretty dark and
most of the times not funny.
Yeah, and I guess we're gonna have to start bringing out the taser again because y'all don't know how to act. So.
Y'all don't know how to act, and I want one of y'all's bodies and one of y'all's.
Like, oh, .org actually.
No,
.org.
.org.
What are you saying? Can you imagine
gov.
ever saying that to two women bequeath you? Like,
Why are you hitting me?
I'm like, I just can't imagine ever saying that.
I couldn't. I mean, I do remember one time I actually have a experience of like, I think I was 15 years old and I was struggling with acne. And it was actually to my now best friend, Makoa. Before I lived with him. I don't live with him now, but we lived with each other at some point. And it was like one of the first days I ever met him. And I was like so drunk. And he like had a breakout on his face of acne. And like I tried coming from a place of, because I think I recently found like an amazing product that was like clearing my acne. And I was like, I think I literally just said to him like, oh my God, I have such a great product to clear your acne. But it was like, mind you, I was like 15, 16 years old. I was drunk as a skunk. And it's like, I genuinely was like coming from a place of love and like wanting to help. And it's not, and first of all, no, he did not say he was insecure about it. He didn't say he wanted to fix it. Like it was completely like a average 16-year-old, unprompted, like unsolicited advice moment. And I think, I don't want to say that like, this is one of those things because that was a grown-ass woman. But there are moments and there are times where it's like you can come out of love, but it's like, hey, whoa, what did you just say?
But it's also like you're friends with Makoa. Like you were besties.
Not at the time. It was one of the first times I ever met him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I'm like, that's the thing. Like maybe that's just her way of showing love. Like telling someone they're busted.
Wait, but that was the first time y'all ever met, so maybe it's giving bestie.
Wait. Imagine.
Imagine.
You never know.
You do never know. People say they're nervous too. She probably was really nervous.
That's the thing.
But also fuck her. Sorry.
No, but like I feel bad even talking about it because I'm like maybe she was just like really nervous and trying to be complimentary, but it's like saying that twice was a little bananas. But at the same time, like I've said things that I'm like, damn, why the fuck did I just say that out loud?
Yeah.
But I'm also like so protective of women that I'm like, don't.
Yeah.
But I don't know. At the end of the day, she is perfect and so are we.
Yeah. Speaking of things that we probably shouldn't have done, why don't we have a moment, which I think this is a untouched topic.
Thank God.
For once.
I know.
We want to talk about the walk of shame or times that we have been shameful in a drunk spiral. Because I don't think I have had many walks of shame, and I think that those can mean many different definitions.
Yeah.
But like by nature, isn't it like after like a one night stand, you like walk home?
Yeah.
Or like you walk to your Uber? Like
yeah. You're in like their shirt and like kitten heels.
Yeah, so mine isn't in that territory.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let you start, but then I'll get to what my version of walk of shame was.
Oh my God. So I went to UConn, University of Connecticut, and it's a big state school, and it was just like a big campus. So the walk of shames were every which way.
Yeah, it was like The Walking Dead.
No, truly.
Of
it
just
was like
Chrome Hearts t-shirts. Or actually
no,
not even.
They were
no.
it was like frat boys
Right.
and like polos and the golf ball of it all. But anyways, it was Halloween. And I was dressed as like Avril Lavigne or some shit. And I had like that intense eye makeup. And I was a little too hammered to besmooch a man. But I like stayed at a man's house. And like I woke up the next morning and like he had all these roommates. And I was just like, oh, I got to get out of here.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I left my phone at his place. And I like scooted out of there. And I had to like walk through the whole campus with like, and I stole a sweatshirt from him. So it was just like the intense makeup and like thigh high boots. And I remember I don't know why I was still hammered, you know? So I was like I was like feeling the beat of the salsa at the same time. And there was like a bagel shop. So I like go in. I was like, I need a bagel. I need sustenance.
And also, who ate my bagel?
Who ate my fucking bagel?
I know it was.
No, it was her.
Did you find out?
No, I don't know.
It's 4 years long in this case. We don't know who in the sober living.
Probably her.
What are you saying about her?
Oh, well. But anyways, I go into the bagel shop and there's just like all these people I know in there. But I was like, I'm not getting my jalapeno cheddar bagel.
Oh, sounds insane.
Yeah, I'm like fighting for my life right now. But anyways, I had to go like back to that guy's place, find my phone, put it in rice. It was like, but like,
What? Was it wet?
yes, obviously.
Okay.
Spilled some substance on it. What else is new? But I'll say like a lot of the times I would just like get too hammered and just end up at my lady's house and just have to walk in the morning because like I didn't have a car. And that was just like, thank God. I mean, social media was big back then, but it's like,
Thank God BVs and
thank God BVs and STD.
Yeah.
And also thank the Lloyd that social media wasn't what it was now. Cause like I remember there was this thing called like Yukon Barstool. And like they would
No.
just like, it was like a Snapchat
Nope.
thing where like people could just like take Snapchats of people and put it on Yukon Barstool. And so like everyone at Yukon could see it. And one time I was at the bar, legit just minding my own business, talking, and I was wearing a shirt and like I wasn't wearing a bra. And this guy took a picture of me and wrote like nips out and put it on Yukon Barstool.
Oh,
And
what
I was
the
just
hell?
on it, like minding my business with the yams out. Well, they weren't actually out. You could just see slight nipple.
Yeah.
It was so
It's
perverted.
like me on a Tuesday though.
So no, literally, it was so perverted. People would like take pictures of girls' asses, and be like, "Who is this girl?" And I was like,
Oh.
"Ban this, banned." And
Yeah. And then they get mad at us when we have a T app.
literally, you're
Mind
literally
you-
taking pictures of my see-through shirt, you pervert. And it was
Yeah.
like for the girls, anyways. Like it wasn't for men.
No. And it never is. It never is. And when I feel my cuntiest, I love no more than a compliment from a woman, a gay or a they. Okay?
Yeah. No, the walk of shames were crazy.
So my walk of shames typically ended with like, it was less of a walk of shame home from a man's house and more so of a like, como se dice, like breaking out of an ambulance.
Not relatable.
Not relatable
Ever.
And it's like I already like back then had like so much debt from ambulance bills.
Oh my God, they're so
because,
expensive.
girl. It's just like and
Take
then,
an Uber.
but I wasn't calling the ambulance on myself.
I'm sorry for like blaming you like that. That was crazy.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. But
Yeah.
I so there was this one instance in my very, very late stages, and I don't even think this maybe necessarily entails to a walk of shame, but I was hardly walking and I was quite shameful. But I was staying in a hotel room at a nice boutique chain.
How old were you?
This was the year I got sober. So I was 2021. So I think I was 23 when I got sober. I think 22, 23. I always forget, but I'm like 25. No.
It's like
But I was staying in a hotel. I literally don't think I had any business being in LA. I just like always loved to escape my mom's house in San Diego at that time to just to like feel like I was back in the city. Like I had a reason to be there. Like anytime I'd get like a couple $100 check, I'd be like, I'm going to LA. I have people to see. And it was like, mind you, it was
Important.
the middle of COVID. Like it was
Right.
nobody seeing
people
anybody.
to see the shadow people.
No,
Like
but-
what?
no.
Like actually.
Okay, I can't make it up because that
Right.
was that same night.
Oh my.
Yeah. So I, instead of people to see and places to go, I just literally like, I loved going to LA because that means I could hit up my dealer.
Hello.
And I would like literally, I picked up so much stuff and I went back to my hotel room and I was just like living lavish. Like I
Right.
spent all the money that I got off whatever the fuck I made money off of.
Oh my God.
And I was just like doing K in this hotel room and then I like wasn't sleeping. And then like obviously started to see shadow people and then think I was
Oh
on
my God, actually.
yeah, this was the night that I thought that I was on an intergalactic reality show. Do you remember me telling you
Oh
that?
my God, yes.
I was having a delusion that like people like anytime I'd see like someone in the lobby that was like working at the hotel like have a walkie-talkie, I would think that they were like people like on the crew like on set of like the intergalactic reality.
Oh
Babe,
my
I
God.
was tripping
You're
down.
like manifesting stardom.
Well, of course.
Right.
Of course. But yeah, it was a trip. So I obviously, como se dice, lost my mind.
Duh.
And then I went down to the lobby. They saw how fucked up I was. they revoked the key to my room, and they were like, you can't be staying at your hotel, but all my shit was in the room, and including my drugs. I was
Okay.
pissed about that. I had all these clothes, I had like nice designer bags, and
Right.
all I cared about was my drugs.
Duh.
All I cared about, I was like, you fucking keep it, like
Yeah.
whatever.
Clothes come and go, you know?
Right. And they said the only way you can retrieve your stuff is if the cops escort you to the room.
Oh my God, that's legit shameful.
Yeah. So
That's
because
shame
then,
city.
but then they, because then the cops have to assess if I'm like committing like a crime or being like a disruption.
Right.
And basically, like, I'm passed out in the lobby. Like, my brother shows up. He was just like, and I was just like so fucked up. And it was just, ugh. Remember I showed you the video of me like falling off the chair in the
my
lobby?
God.
Like, girl, it was T-City.
That's so
And
humbling.
anyway, the cops like escort me up to my room. And I was like, honestly, it took them like 2 hours to show up. So I was like pretty sobered up by then. And I was just like, yeah, I think they were being like over dramatic. Like, I'm fine.
You're like, I'm literally on a TV show.
No,
What
no,
are you
you've
talking
never
about?
seen Intergalactic
Right,
Stardom?
right.
Hello, mama.
It's like an amazing song
No,
name, mind you.
No, clock me on channel Pluto.
Hey.
But yeah, it was really like the walk of shame from the lobby to my room with the cops was a moment. And you want to know the saddest part?
What? You didn't
Is
get
that
your drugs?
I did,
Oh, you did?
and they didn't notice.
How did you get them?
Because I always had them in like a really discreet place.
Oh, okay. You were sleuthing.
So, I mean, I just admitted to a crime on this podcast.
I did too. I was 16 at the 18 year and
Okay,
up.
that's different. I was smuggling drugs in front of cops.
Allegedly.
Well, that wasn't me.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got banned from the whole chain of the hotel. The whole chain.
Still?
Well, clock this. I ended up doing a partnership with one of them for Fashion Week.
Whoa.
And that was like the turnaround of a lifetime. And I was able to book it because I changed my name.
Okay, that's the hack.
That's the hack. Just
Period.
change your name, you
Right.
guys. Just change your name.
It's not that hard.
That's why I transitioned.
Yeah. People
Right.
don't want to talk about that.
People don't want to talk about it.
For Fashion Week.
But yeah, no, I ended up staying there for Fashion Week, and it was a gag.
What a
and they were
success
amazing.
story.
I know, it really, truly. Just
That's like Julia Fox stealing from Bloomingdale's and then doing a campaign with them.
yeah. Oh, love, and it's like Red Bull sending us. It's like the same. Yeah. So all things have an upswing.
Guys, if you're in a rut, just know you'll probably be doing a partnership with them momentarily. Just keep going.
Yeah.
So, waiting for mine. It's coming.
It is. I feel
Yeah.
it deep in my bones. Okay, let's get into Gaggy Guidance. Guys, if you don't know what Gaggy Guidance is, it is where we answer your questions and advice and queries sent into our Instagram at 6feetabovepod. You can follow our personal Instagrams at Trevi Moran and at KateLav__. Don't forget the underscores. But yeah, we're going to answer some of your questions. And Kate, if you would love to start us off.
I'd love to.
That was good. I didn't start
Yeah,
once.
that was incredible. Okay, so the first one, oh wait, I just want to say real quick that like I am beside myself at people saying what they loved about me on the YouTube. And that was really nice of you to do. And I was like,
Aw.
that made a bitch shed a tear. And I
Actually?
can't even yeah, like I'm
All of the comments
I'm
were
being
about you.
hard, like I'm being hard. I'm having trouble being genuine because I feel annoying, but like it meant so much to me, and I was having such a shitty week, and like you're a real one for doing that, and everyone saying, I was like, whoa.
It was on. What was really interesting about those comments is that like they weren't basic. Like they were, and it really makes me notice like how long they've been here and how much they've really gotten to know like who you are. Like they were saying like so many articulate things about your personality and who you are and how you engage in conversation, and like it was like beyond just like Kate's so pretty. I love how funny she is. Like you guys like damn, like I was reading
was
it like they get you.
Yeah, it was like the nicest thing I've ever
So this episode do me.
seen.
No,
Yeah, I'm like, so say what you love about Trevy.
I'm like, please.
Yeah. Okay, so the first question is, my sister's boyfriend is cheating on her with trans women on Grindr.
Oh.
How do I
Didn't we just
help?
talk about this?
No, literally, because it's everywhere. How do I help her out of this?
Can I read?
Yeah.
Okay. So it seems like, I mean, this is a very common case. Like, this is
Yeah.
a very common thing. It's hard to tell if this is, because there's three different routes, right? The first route is, and I don't think this is the likely route, but the first route is A, this man is genuinely just thinks of trans women as women and wants to cheat on his girlfriend easily in a place that like can get him a woman fast. Like it's a sex app
Yeah.
for most,
Yeah.
right? And then there's B, this man is in a relationship. He also just doesn't care to cheat, but he also has a dark taboo fetish of trans women. Ding, ding, ding. This one's probably the most likely
Yeah.
one because that is kind of where they live and where they reside and where they like, you know, cheat on their wives and ruin families and ruin relationships. Like really just leaning into the lust and like, I've heard just horror stories from people just of the way that these men like go on that app and just absolutely treat them like they're not human.
Yeah.
And it is really sad and it's all taboo. And once the sex is done and once it's, you know, once they finish their job, it's like blocked, like never
Right.
again, back to my family, like
Yeah.
secret, never telling anyone again.
Yeah.
And then there's C, where the last option is your man is secretly gay and using trans women as a vehicle without making himself feel gay because she's still
Yeah.
a woman. Right? So I think it's most likely B, could be C. A is questionable, but
Yeah.
I think it's all unethical. You know where Kate and I stand on cheating. Advice? I don't know. What do you got?
Well, it's like hard to help someone out of cheating when like they keep going back. Like I had this situation happen where like I just like give her full TED Talks on like why she needs to leave and she's agreeing with me and I'm like building her up and then she like goes back to him and then it's like a vicious cycle and it's at some point you just have to like put your hands up and be like, well, when you're done, you're going to be done. Cause like I can't all this emotional labor and for what you keep going back to him. And it's like, you want to be there for her, especially if it's your sister, but it's like, it's so hard to keep having the same conversation and keep seeing someone you love hurt themselves.
That's it.
Yeah. Like I had to like set a boundary and be like, I can't hear about this anymore. Like, it's just like, it's been the same thing for years.
This reminds me of Cut, but
It's still going on, mind you.
no, it's not.
Yeah, it's still going on. He's gonna like kill her emotionally.
What is
Yeah. Oh my God.
what
My monthly show has no tickets sold for Sunday yet.
you guys? My ex told me she's pregnant and I'm the father. I have no reason to doubt her. We are still technically married and live together for now. But how do I tell my new girlfriend that I have to prioritize this baby?
You have to tell her, and you have to know this might affect your relationship.
Yeah. And I feel like sometimes when like babies are involved in the picture, people try to like fix the marriage. And that's not always the answer because I feel like a lot of people will get back together because there's a baby involved, but then they end up hating each other and then the baby witnesses like toxic parents. And it's almost like you have to, I'm not saying to get back with the person that you separated from because there's obviously a reason, but yeah, you just have to grow a fucking pair and say what you got to say. It might affect your relationship. If it's real love, then they'll stay. Like that's just period on period.
That's such a
Loaded moment.
like, damn, can you imagine that quick bomb in your life
Yeah.
when like you
just busted a nut and now you got life.
right. I guess, yeah, like you've gotta just, yeah, I think you just gotta tell her, like tell your girlfriend immediately and just be like, listen, I'm not trying to be a deadbeat dad. This is the situation. And if she is the one, or if she, well, no, if she wants to stick around, she will. But if not, like, you also need to understand that because that's like a hefty situation.
Moment.
Yeah.
Because then that person, if they stay, becomes a part of that child's life eventually.
Right.
Too.
And
So.
it's like, how recent is this relationship?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Someone goes, how to stop hating men. They're literally so stupid. I can't even.
Yeah.
I'm not the one to answer. No, I'm kidding. Listen, for those that don't know, I've had my issues with men.
Really?
You're right. It's shocking. But I will say, like, getting sober, I can't.
She's adjusting the
You're
rod.
Right. This is my experience. When I got sober, I was like, damn, all men are evil. That's crazy. Like, I truly believed that.
Yeah.
And it took a while of like thawing out to realize that that's not true. And like,
Partially.
right. And like, I'm at a point with men where it's like, I don't think they're all evil, but also like, I'm not letting it control my life. Like, it really disturbed my peace how I felt about men. And now I'm at a point where like, I know there are good men out there. Where they at? But
Right.
like, I also know that I can't let it like dictate my feelings, and that not every man is gonna be like my ladies, and that's fine. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And also, it just like, it does, like, hating anyone disturbs your peace so much, and it's like, for what? Like, it doesn't do anything for you. And also, just like having that like spirit of hate in your heart is like, it is really toxic. So just like letting it go. And it takes time. It took me like years of sobriety to thaw out and be like, damn, no, they're not all out to get me, and they're not all evil. It's just like, I will say I've had like a lot of bad experiences with men, but I'm at a point where I'm like, that's not hashtag for life. And like,
Yeah.
I know that like, I've also had good experiences with men, and like, both can be true. And just like a bunch of bad experiences doesn't mean they're all tainted.
Mm-hmm.
And remember that. And lean into your ladies.
100%. I'm going to echo everything you just said.
Wanna be your echo.
Oh.
I'm so grateful for that.
I'm so grateful for that too. I'm so grateful that I'm outside the house. I'm grateful I got a funky chunky necklace on.
So cute.
You look amazing, so I'm so grateful to be staring at you. Grateful for Bree, grateful for this set, grateful for the dogs barking. Gonna have to get used to that.
Right, love.
Hopefully you guys didn't hear that.
Right.
I'm so grateful that you guys are excited for Digital Empathy, and I'm also so excited and grateful that you guys bought tickets to Kate's monthly show. And
Yeah, damn, we sold no tickets. That's crazy. But it's fine. It's part of the journey.
No, it's the journey.
So yeah, please come to my monthly and weekly show. I'm so grateful to be here with everyone. Grateful my bestie is visiting me right now. Grateful that doing what I'm doing, and so grateful like the UTI's figured out.
Right.
And it's just a yeast infection, because like
Base notes of yeast.
base notes. But yeah, grateful. Forever grateful.
Bree just spit her drink out, so
Forever grateful
how
for
we're
this
doing.
podcast. You're never leaving my side, so
yeah,
get used to it.
I'm like contractually obligated
Yeah,
now.
like,
I'm
you
here for
can't
like
leave.
another year now. I'm
Yeah.
so excited. Oh,
Love
grateful for
ya.
Red Bull for giving us some drinks.
Literally.
Hey yo.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we love you, and we will see you next week.